Okay, let's speak to Elias Hanna, who joins us from Beirut. He is a retired Lebanese army general. If you've been watching our coverage since October the 7th, you'll know Elias very well. Thank you so much for coming back, Elias. How dangerous a moment is this strike on the Iranian consulate in Damascus?
First, it is a turning point not seen before. It's like changing the pattern, changing the modus operandi. It's like targeting a consulate. According, it's violating the international law, the Treaty of Vienna. And moreover, targeting the highest commander and general that is really responsible for Syria and Lebanon for, supplying arms and all of that. So what is new also is that Israel is really attacking not the proxy, it is really attacking the master of the proxies. So here comes the credibility of Iran. They have to reply, because if the master doesn't really reply for such, attack, it will lose its credibility within, what we call the axis resistance or the unity of arenas.
Do you think there is an element inside the Israeli war cabinet that very much wants Iran to react forcefully to these strikes in Damascus? Because there is a feeling that possibly there are some elements inside the decision-making process in Israel that want to take this opportunity to attack Iran and make sure that its nuclear ambitions are stifled for a long time.
I mean, when we talk about the Israeli cabinets, we are talking about one-man show, which is, Netanyahu, because he has to give the green lights and to do such kind of things in Syria or outside of Israel. And moreover, I mean, maybe he is trying to drag the United States of America into a regional war, or maybe he is trying to, higher the level of deterrence, you know what I mean? So maybe by escalating to de-escalate, and maybe it's a message for Iran not to really, lose the leash for the proxies. And we've seen later attacking by a drone from Iraq, which is the first time of Eilat. Is it like a response for this one attack, or maybe it is because many things at the same time? So we have to wait and see, but the Iranian has to reply, to give another message. But, we've seen the modus operandi of Iran, that revenge is a plate preferred to be eaten cold, you know what I mean? So they take sometimes, but now they cannot do it. When Qasem Soleimani was assassinated, it was like the United States of America, Qasem Soleimani, highest degree. The retaliation was quick on the American base. Now we have like lower level Israel and Zahidi, so it's like, but though he's important as a personality within the structure, within the network of the proxies of Iran in the region, so they have to reply proportionally to send a message enough to deter Israel and to say that we've done and we've replied, but maybe not to cross the threshold for a war, for a regional war.
Yeah, absolutely. The Americans are very, very concerned about that prospect, and they seem to have a fear that it's turning into their kind of worst nightmare. But your observations about what's happening along the border between your country and Israel will be critical to this as well. Have you felt over the past couple of weeks that actually we have come closer to a point where there may be a much greater flare-up than the daily exchanges we've seen?
Maybe sometimes from time to time, it's like intermittent, if I may say. It's like escalation, and then they go into the normal issues. But we still have, it is a war. Everybody is talking about rules of engagement. It's not about rules of engagement. It's a stationary war. And in the military lexicon, we call it positional warfare. Means that one of these parties is really defending and really attriting the other party and waiting maybe the right moment to go and really break the defense of other and go into what we call maneuver warfare. Not yet, because maybe the main deterrent for both parties is the United States of America. So maybe Iran has what we call the window, the strategic window, geopolitical window of opportunities to really achieve its goal in the region, like a zone of influence whatsoever. So maybe Iran will reply not to go to threshold of war, because maybe a war will drag the United States of America into a regional war, and maybe will really, destroy what we call the Iranian project in the region, what we call the unity of command, the axis of resistance. Maybe Iran internally would be like targeted.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, is due to go to Saudi Arabia to speak with Mohammed bin Salman about that rapprochement between the Saudis and the Israelis. And clearly the conflict, as it's affecting the region, is stopping that coming together of Riyadh and Israel. Elias, Hanna, until the next time, thank you very much indeed, sir.